When I first thought I was seeing Coco, I thought it's gonna be bored. And when I saw it, after that, Pixar is still making a great movies, actually. Coco is the latest Pixar movie since came out last week, I think. And yes, last week I just watched Coco. And sorry for the late arrivement for the movie review. And yes, tomorrow I'm going to review Paddington for the lead up to the Paddington 2 sequel. And yes, let's review Coco, shall we? So Coco is the latest Pixar movie and the newest Pixar movie after the disappointment of Cars 3. Even though it's better than Cars 2, but still disappointing actually. So in this movie is where you got this kid named Miguel who wants to be a musician, but his family doesn't follow because according to the family, he thought that his father is one of the greatest musician ever in Mexico named De La Cruz. So De La Cruz is one of the most amazing musician in Mexico because Miguel is a big fan of a musician. He is a big fan of De La Cruz. He wants to be a musician. He really wants to be a fan. Really wants to be a De La Cruz wannabe. But unfortunately, his parents doesn't allow him to be the musician because the family hates the musician because he needs to follow for the great grandmother because they need to follow the great grandmother's hate because great grandmother has divorced for the musician actually because if we done that because we can see those between them and then Miguel has gone to the dead living which is we can see his grandparents instead and he's gone to the living dead living and he wants to find he became the musician. He really wants to be like De La Cruz. He really needs to be a very short off. He needs to be a very equation of this movie. When I heard this movie for the first time, I thought it's good, but I think it's going to be boring actually. When I first saw the second trailer, I found it's not funny. After I saw this movie, it remained me of shock. It's very emotional and very great. I mean, like, I thought Pixar is gonna let us down after the Cars 3, but Coco, it just released Coco because I'm surprised that they made Coco great again because it has emotional feelings in this movie. Is this the best Pixar movie ever? I bet because I think that Coco is one of the best animated movies of 2017. But I'm gonna tell, is this the best Pixar movie? No, I'm not saying that it's the best Pixar movie because the animation in this movie is familiar and very the exact same, but beautiful actually beautiful because there's this Mama Coco which is Miguel's great grandmother who really likes his father because they wanted to know who is the father. Is it De La Cruz or something like that? Because I really wanted to show what they really need to imprise something. They really need to show something for emotional contest because you can be a musician because musician is a very great to deal because I mean the voice actings are very fine. They are very great. They are very performance. They are did well for the voices. They did it done well for the voices. They really did imaginably great because this movie has emotional moments because it has a very shocking moments. There is a very sad moment. It's very emotional. It is very because even has feelings because musicians can be musicians even especially as a kid because kid can be musicians because musicians has very emotional stuff because like musician because this kid Miguel wants to be a very great musician. He wants to be like De La Cruz and something. He really needs to be De La Cruz. He wants to be a very guy. But this guy named Hector has taken care of Miguel, so he needs to take care of the vegetable. So that's all for my movie review. And guys, wait, there's gonna be a contained spoiler movie review. If you didn't see Coco yet, don't watch this video unless you see it because I'm gonna spoil the movie of Coco. 3, 2, 1. So start off with the Coco. Unfortunately, is not great great grandfather is actually not Dela Cruz, but the darkest plot to it is Hector is the great great grandfather of Miguel. Why I can tell you that? Because mostly the reasons why De La Cruz is so famous. I mean, why is Hector not became a musician? I tell you why. There is a very dark plot twist that I'm very shocked at it. Because once that De La Cruz asks for Hector because Hector is leaving out. But actually their own songs is actually Hector's because Hector's did only create his songs, not De La Cruz. How did Hector died? When De La Cruz and Hector just and when Hector and De La Cruz just take a drink together, De La Cruz just poisoned Hector and Hector died because that's why he became famous and that's why he got all the songs because that's not I mean that's is not cool. It is very dark actually. It is not as dark, but this is one of the most darkest plot twists I have ever seen in an animated movie. I mean like poison's great great grandfather. That's very disturbing. Even emotional things that that great grandmother Miss Hector, of course Hector is only the musician because he was and the songs are good in this movie, and I had to tell you why because Hector has almost forgotten by great grandmother because grandmother has forgotten she's Blur, she's something like that, and after that De La Cruz just defeated. He died because everybody forgets De La Cruz actually. So I think this movie is very great. At the end of the movie, great grandmother passed away and grandmother is still alive. He really, really, and then he really loves to be a musician, and his parents are proud because he's together with Hector. He is very lovely. I mean, like, very. Who is that? So why I think Coco is an amazing movie, I'm gonna give Coco a 9 out of 10. So this is the best animated Pixar movie, I think. Is this better than Incredibles? No, to be honest. I think Incredibles is still better than this, so I'm so excited for Incredibles 2. It's gonna be the best sequel next year. So guys, what do you think of Coco? Is it good? And don't forget for my Paddington review tomorrow for the lead up of Paddington 2, because tomorrow I have school, but day after tomorrow I have holiday. For holidays. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.